Just tell me that you can hear us. Somebody connect me on my cell phone.
Or me. We should be back. Stream health actually is strong. Yay!
Hey, is that us?
That's us. We're live. Woo!
Everybody give Dono the clap.
Don't do that. Hey, look, yep.
No claps for Dono.
Oh, Chad Barker says that the stream is as bad as Todd's driving.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's
Wow.
good. That's good. Yeah.
It's good to have friends out there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Friends in low
I got a pretty
places.
strong stream. Just meet me in the bathroom. I'll show you. So are we back?
We should be all back.
Are we back? Is anybody out there going to tell us we're back?
Chad, anybody?
Is there anybody left watching?
Yeah, 3 eyes. I'm here. Lost your number. Had to reset my phone from Corey. Corey Walker.
Hi, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Does that mean?
It's a good thing Corey's here.
He's watching.
He's our one fan. Thank
All
you,
right.
Corey. Let's give Corey the clap for being our one fan.
Yep. Chad says us. We are back.
Okay.
Awesome. You know, we were just right in the middle of going through some stuff
Yeah,
we
I'll
can
put it
cover
forward.
later, probably, because we have one of our guests is ready, right?
Yeah.
Just a second.
Let me touch base with him real quick, and then
Touch base with one of our guests. So looking at the Winston Cup race today, I looked through the results. For the first time, I believe, this whole year, we actually had 3 Chevys that were in the top 10. Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, and Chase Elliott. You know, good for those guys. They're actually getting some Chevys back up there because it was only Kyle Larson carrying the banner for all the Chevy teams, right? And it's kind of nice that we actually got a Chevy up there in front. But, yeah, big win for Toyota again. You know, those guys are good. And I used to work for Toyota. I remember how much money they spent on that. I went to a bunch of races with them. Are we up there yet?
I think so.
Mr. Occhipinti, are you there?
I think we've got a
Hello?
brother-sister duo on the line.
You got 2 of them?
Yeah. Are you guys there? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yep.
You have to speak up a little bit, or that we're going to have to turn you up, one of the two.
Okay. Can you guys be loud like you are at home?
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully you guys can hear that okay.
Use your race car voices.
Like you're yelling at your mom or somebody.
We can't use those in public. So, yeah, guys, we've got both Taylor and Kendra Occhipinti on the line.
Yep.
So, guys, first, both of you, congratulations on a pretty decent first year in the Teleperformance Claimer stocks. Adam and I were talking last night that you 2 kids are the first ones to go from the junior stingers to graduate to the next level of the tuners and then into our Teleperformance Claimer stock division. So
Awesome.
that's the way we want it. So first, Taylor, how you feeling today? You've got a main event win under your belt in your rookie season, buddy.
It feels good. We've been just trying to get the cars ready, trying to get used to them, and fortunately we got the car how I wanted, and it worked really good. So yeah.
I'll say. He was flying on the bottom, and in those cars with those tires, it's really hard to pass on the bottom. Getting that thing done on the bottom was pretty cool, kid. It's fun to watch.
So how do you like the transition from a front-wheel drive, 120 horsepower, 130 horsepower Acura into
200 horsepower. You know Marv Weaver?
into a big V8 monster?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
So,
Donovan was asking how you like the transition from the 4-cylinder, the less horsepower car, into the rear-wheel drive big beast that you're driving now.
It's a lot different. You know, you couldn't just like dive into the corner and gas it and have you pull your way through. You actually have to wait, and yeah, it takes a lot more skill. It took a lot more getting used to, but I love.
that thing in the wall had a little help, but tell us a little bit about your first year. You also picked up a heat race win last weekend, so now both of you got some trophies on the counter from this claimer season. What do you think, young lady?
Yeah, it's great, and it was really super exciting to actually get a trophy my first year in this class. Like Taylor said, it is extremely difficult, and I didn't really believe them when they said that it was a different world to drive these cars. I'm still getting used to trying not to gas it and lose my rear end coming out of the corner. It's a bit of
and everything to how I wanted it, but I think the best option was to just keep it how he had it. It just ties us together and makes me feel special that I get to, you know, be with him and do what I love doing with him. So yeah.
And Kendra, your mom finished the last couple of years in that street stock division, putting tons of main event wins on that car. Is there any pressure jumping into that seat, even though you had to move it up about 3 feet?
I don't think there's a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of
Young lady, and I remember coming through. I wish, you know, that all of our kids had a junior stinger and a high school tuner program to come through, because you guys exude all the confidence now. You know, that you're not afraid of anything. But I remember when I started, and your mom probably tell you the same stories.
What do you guys think? This claimer stock class, of course, is going to get bigger and bigger. You guys have noticed that already. Running with these competitors, the respect, it seems like they're all showing you guys a little respect and giving you the props that you guys deserve. How do you guys feel on that end of it, jumping into this class? You're used to running with the kids your own age. Things are going to be different from here on out, right?
Yeah, it's different racing with bigger cars. They're a lot more competitive. We're always told that we have to race nice, of course. So
Always.
we always do race nice, or we try to.
Right.
So yeah, we do as we're told, and we try and make as many friends as possible and be as competitive as we can at the same time.
What do you think, Taylor?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. But what everybody's telling me is like, yeah, you're done racing with these kids. You know, like I remember my first like 3 years, I'd always, if we'd tap each other out in the race, we'd always go over like bawling our eyes, like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that, you know. And then like now it's, you know, we're a little bit more mature about everything. So we're not, obviously I'm not going to be all just, oh, whatever, I hit you out on the track, but you know, it's a lot different in maturity levels, so we have to take that role.
Right. All right, let's talk about the future. You know, right now I know it's kind of hard. You just got into claimer stocks and you got championships and points and all that stuff to worry about. And this may even seem like a zenith for you, maybe the top of the deal. But where do you want to go? I mean, your mom's now in the super stock having some fun and doing well there. But where are you wanting to be? If you had your pick, what path would you take? Would you take the open wheel path? Would you take the stock car path? You know, if of course money was more readable than it is for most people, would you go to like NSRA sprint car racing, or would you go to like the K&N series? Where would you go? Kendra, you first.
I would actually love to race the late models. I keep telling them all the time that that's what I want to race. And then I'd love to go up into K&N if I actually could. That'd
Absolutely.
be a great experience, and I'm really excited to see if I can get to do that.
Young gentleman, what would you like to do?
I know my mom's probably going to yell at me for saying this, but ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to race in the sprint cars. And I know my grandpa used to race in those back when he was like racing and he was new. But he had a crash with my uncle, actually. And then from that day forward, my mom, my grandma, they just despise them and they hate them. They claim that they're so dangerous, which they are pretty dangerous, but I don't know what it is. I just have such a fascination with them, and I hope to get in one of those classes.
There you go.
That's awesome. You know, and she's going to kill you. I promise you she's going to kill you, but you'd be really good in a sprint car.
I do know she's not listening now because I put her on the road to go get your sister, so you're safe for the moment.
I would
I will
love to
send her
see
this
Taylor
one.
in a Super 6.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Bachman, where are you?
Yeah, exactly. Marvin and Ron both ran the Super 6 division.
Yep.
Marvin was a championship in it, and your Uncle Ron as well, guys. And a lot of fun watching them run. They ran for a long time, along with, who was the other guy that ran with them? It was a friend of Ron's. Oh, boy. I can't remember the names. But Don Milborn.
Milborn,
Yep, Don Milborn. And, boy, the ISRL, they ran Hermiston, Pocatello, Twin, of course, Meridian. They ran all over the place with those cars, and it was a lot of fun for them. I remember them.
That's the Hulk for you two in the
Hulk.
family that you hear about.
Don the Hulk Milborn. He was nicknamed the Hulk by Gene Class way back, or Jack Armstrong way back in the day, because he was a very slight-built person. So they called him the Hulk. When he got behind the wheel of a car, he turned into a different person. So
He actually came back in a Legends car just not too long ago there for a couple
yeah,
years
he
too.
did. Yeah,
So. All right, guys. Well, we know you have lots of work to do, right?
Get back on the clock.
Give me a shake.
Yeah.
Corn dog, yo. Corn dog.
Yeah.
Yo,
But first-
jalapeno poppers.
There you go. First off, though, just for everybody out there listening, just helping these kids through this and being a part of it, the coolest thing is no matter who would have parked that car in Victory Lane, if you saw Kendra pull up and stop short just to celebrate and congratulate, and I think Taylor would have done the same thing, right, bud?
Yeah, I would. I'd probably be bawling my eyes out, but yeah.
All right. Well, guys, those burgers are burning, so you better go flip them. We sure appreciate you. By the way, the kids, you that don't know, the kids both work at Sonic together.
Yes,
so
right.
So
good
if
for
you guys-
them.
If you're hungry after the show,
Get some onion rings.
hey, look at this. Half price shakes. Go talk to Kendra and Taylor, right,
That's
guys?
it. Half price. Anybody from
Trophy
Turn5.Live.
price.
Yep. So anyway, Taylor, congratulations on that main event win. Kendra got the heat race win, and I know that we're going to be sitting here on a Sunday night talking about many more main event wins for you guys. So congratulations. We all love you, but
All right.
I think I love you a little more.
A little more.
Yeah.
Bias. I don't like you guys.
I strongly like both of you.
Yes, we strongly like you. So, hey, thanks, you guys. Keep up the good work, and more than anything, just keep up the sportsmanship and showing those kids in the stands that we can go out there and rub fenders, and we can still give each other a hug.
Yeah, be an example for us old bastards that still get too cranky and stuff.
Yeah.
Be a good example for us.
No, and
Be our role models.
and show, especially for those guys in the Junior Stingers Hornets, that growth and that potential is all there. You can transition up, you can make that, and be successful.
Yeah.
So, man, my hat's off to both of you guys. You're kicking ass out there. Excuse me, you're a minor. You're doing very well out
Kicking
there.
rear end.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you guys have any last words? Anybody you want to thank before we send you back to your day job?
If anything, my grandpa to thank for absolutely everything he does. He does
Fender fix.
everything on our cars, even when we can't be out there because we're stuck at work or whatever the issue is. But he's always there. He's always doing everything he can just to make sure we get out there.
Absolutely.
Taylor,
Well said.
you good?
Yeah, I guess you got Grandpa covered. I'll thank my mom. She's always, there supporting us because she's my mom, obviously. And she does a lot of stuff for us, too, that it goes unnoticed. So that goes for everybody who helps me out, like you, my Uncle Gene, Grandma, even my sister. I just want to say, thank you for everything that they have done for me to be able to give me this opportunity to do what I love.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you later, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks back on the track, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, good kids. If that's what we got, look forward to is people like that coming up and taking care of Meridian Speedway. We're going to be fine. Let's just get about 65, 70 more of them out there.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
Let's get a bunch more. The Hornet class, I'm looking out there, there's a lot of great people, too, that are coming up, people that work hard and support what we do. So short track racing here locally, still okay, still doing great. Yeah. But, worldwide, asphalt short track racing isn't as strong as it should be. And I think that you all know that that's why we're doing what we're doing right now.
Right.
That's why we're on the web looking at this. Awesome. Last night, my friend Randy Kern, the Pro Truck Series, was down in Rocky Mountain Raceways for the very last time. Yeah. That still is hard to understand that they're going to do that. And John Newhouse came away with the win. They had a great car count, good field, good race, it seemed like, from what I could read in reviews. Seemed like it was a really good race, very well run, like always with Randy stuff. And they have the big rigs down there and stuff too, so it was an all-truck night.
Right.
And that's kind of a treat for them to run on the same night as the big rigs. Those of it used to Meridian, of course, we've never seen the semis at Meridian.
Right.
Chaparral.
That's not true. Last week.
Well, those were buses.
We had a spectator drag semi-race last week.
Yeah, we did. We had a bus race too.
We had a school bus race last night too. So
Some things you just never think you're ever going to see.
Yeah, but those
Meridian
semi-trucks,
Speedway.
those guys, you know, I met a few of them in a weird way. It's a long story, but I met a few of them. Those guys are crazy.
yeah.
They're certifiable. I took 6 of them to the airport in a rental car that sat 4 people once.
They
And,
all squeezed in.
They did. I was fine in the driver's seat. I didn't need any help.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they all piled in there, and I drove them to the Spokane airport, and they were all flying back to Canada for the weekend day.
Hey.
So, just different. What else happened in Meridian? I know we had some sprint cars.
Yep, we had the Pepsi Cola Sprints and the ISRL, which is always a cool race to put those guys together. Kind of cool to see Mike Anderson get that car into victory lane last night.
Yeah.
Of course, the Anderson 68 Racing crew. Tony Ackerland out of Star. ISRL car, the Super 6 of Pat Young, coming in third. Kate Jackson, after getting that, lost the motor, and then, you know, the next Jackson behind the wheel, and she looked
was
pretty good.
pedaling that car.
Interesting race there because the car was loose at the start, and it came to her later in the race.
Yep.
And you could see her gaining confidence with the car as the car came to her. The stagger tightened up, whatever it was that was going on. Wicked loose at the start. In fact, she was a liability holding up some cars. Then it started taking off, and she had a really good rocket ship. So, great way to adjust. You know, there's a lot of talent in that family, and that's once again one of our Outlaw Kart kids.
Yep.
It's coming up through,
making her way up.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else?
And then Rob Grice, he's picked up a couple of main event wins, been kind of the class of the field.
Right
rounded out a top 5, so it was pretty cool to see Mike Anderson. One of the Anderson 68 cars, the 11 car, took quite a tumble down the front stretch during practice. So they lost one early. So maybe a little redemption to load one in with the hardware there at the end of the night, because you hate to see that happen.
That's a big car crash. Too. That's a stretched car. That's like a Silver Crown looking car.
Yes. Yep.
And he drives the crap out of it. Mike does a good job. He's a good supporter of sprint
I
car
love
racing.
seeing that one out there just because it's that little bit of different. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it's almost limousine-esque running against these other guys.
Yeah. And then just a couple other ones. The main event for the Big Daddy's Barbecue Hornets was a high-low race, throwing some of the novelty stuff in there. Neil Wasmith out of Nampa picked that up. And then Miranda Miles picked up the main event win for your
Soon-to-be Davis.
Bombus. That's what, I heard it on the front stretch.
Right, me too.
It's amazing what you hear out there.
If you hear it on the front stretch, it's true.
It's got to be true.
If it happened on the front stretch.
If it happened on the front stretch, it's got to be true. And then Kane Thomason took a spectator drag victory in the Nova last night.
Over Stacy Boardman, absolutely.
Is it weird that was one of the best races of the night?
They were great.
With door-to-door on high and low for both of the rounds.
It was just that double elimination. We brought him out. JD blew a tire.
Right. And held it through.
His name's Stacy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I went to high school with him.
Oh.
Okay. JD Stacy Borgman comes from NASCAR. That's his nickname.
That's what he puts on his list every day. You're talking to an announcer now, man. If you put that your name's Susie, guess what I'm going to call you?
Susie.
You are Susie.
Here forward.
I only went by Susie once. I needed the money. I was young.
Saturday nights are a different time. We're not talking about that.
I wasn't young. That was like 3 weeks.
And
I didn't need the money.
Yeah. So great run there. And then a big thanks to Linda and DJ Everett. DJ was sitting in here with you guys on Thursday night.
Yep.
They brought out a couple of Cascade Transportation school buses for spectator drags.
Who are hiring CDL drivers.
They are hiring drivers. Adam and I got the pleasure of riding with them.
That's scary.
Yes, it was.
I've seen DJ race.
Yeah, so Adam rode with DJ, I rode with Linda, but just kind of cool. And it's something that Dan Breach is bringing back to the track. We just need to keep people involved with different things. We love our racing. We love our side-by-side like we just talked to the kids about. But if you noticed, nobody left those stands until that Hornet race was over last night because it was something different.
It was something different. Those tires, bit a couple of them. It was interesting. We had the Ant Hill or whatever it was get crashed in the Bombers.
Yep.
And that was bad because his family was sitting right above me and Dono, and they were real upset about the tires being on there.
Oh,
don't you throw any water on that racetrack.
Welcome back, tires, to 2018.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see a lot more of it because it is. We love our Hornet cars with everything, but Tommy, we know how we started them back in 03 with TC and the guys, and it's just, I think it's what it needs to be. I really do, and I think if you want to go racing, you're going to go buy a mini stock. If you just want to go have some fun like we're all having doing that, and you're going to tear some stuff up, that's the class you need to be in, and And it is. You're putting on the show. You're keeping butts in the seats till 9:45, and that's what we need to do.
Or 9:18.
Or 9:18. Hey, we flew through it last night.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It was like.
It's always cheaper when you don't have to turn the lights on.
Yeah, so...
this time of year, of course, the summer solstice, we're getting closer. It's
Yes.
the 22nd, 21st, something like
Yep,
that.
just
So
around
it's
the
going to be
corner.
late.
I did like the Bombers running the inside-outside. Ruled that on front and back. I like that a little better than the 4 tires up front for the Hornets.
Yes.
Still more room to play, but I like that they had to do that. And man, I was rooting for the van.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a van guy.
You're
I
a
was
mini
rooting
van
for
guy.
the van, and I'm
Yep.
like, he got it. No, never mind.
Missed a tire early in that one. So anyway, that's what happened last night at the track. Again, we like to thank all of the EMT, police officers, fire that came in and helped us out. They all got in free, courtesy of the guys at Aaron's. So,
Guys at Aaron's.
the guys at Aaron's
We
and the
sure
gals.
appreciate them. Take advantage of those sponsors, too, when we have them at the racetrack. Upcoming this Friday, of course, is a Larry H. Miller Ram night that we were able to procure for the Meridian Speedway group and also for the Royal Purple Modifieds. We have the sneaker stores, of course, coming up, the Flores group coming up on Saturday night. So those people that are out there, we need to take care of them. Flores Group, of course, is a sponsor here at Turn5.Live.
Yep.
And just take care of those folks. That's one of the ways that we keep the tracks open, right? We just
Yeah,
take care.
you gotta have them there.
We use these folks, so it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to take just a really quick break.
Quick break.
Quick
Come
break
back
works.
with our second guest.
And,
Yeah.
and by quick break, I do mean like seconds long, so please bear with us and
Don't-
enjoy our
Yeah,
splash screen.
we don't
from,
want any
the
9
LG.
of you to log off right now.
Don't
do
go away.
it.
All 9 of you.
We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back here at Turn5Live.com. Sure appreciate everybody staying with us over the deal there. And I know that you'll never log off, Kyle Latham. But we did have a beer break.
Here.
And it's funny, when the beer came, also our next guest came. On the phone with us, we have the current point leader in the Royal Purple Modified series that runs here in the Intermountain West, all around Utah, Idaho. This year we will venture to the great state, People's Republic of Oregon.
Nice.
You know where the Democrats live? Hopefully not too many of them over in Hermiston. But on the telephone with us now is Mr. Eric Rhead. Say hello, Eric.
How are you guys?
Well, I'm drunk, so I'm good.
He's apparently got a lead on me here because I am not even buzzing yet.
You have not been with me all day.
No, but yesterday I was trashed most of the day.
At least you've got goals, Don.
Well, something to shoot for. We got a guest on the phone. You guys are
Sorry, hey, Eric, how's it
embarrassing.
going?
This is one of my guys.
We're good, we're good.
From the Redbone Trucking Stable produces 2 cars for the Royal Purple Modified Series. Mr. Eric Rhead and, of course, Mr. Al Jones. Al had a terrible accident here a couple weeks back, and we're hoping he's on the mend. Hope he's feeling good because, boy, it was a heck of a pop down in Salt Lake. But, Eric, how's your season been?
It's been a little bit of up and a little bit of down, so we're getting by.
We're calling you Spider-Man now after climbing the walls of Meridian, right?
Yeah, we put the Spider-Man setup back onto Meridian, so we're good to go then.
Nice. the web slingers Spider-Man setup. Yep. The go for it on the last lap because that's what you do.
Well,
Right.
You can't hold anything back. If you're gonna try, you gotta try, right?
Yeah, you got to try. So, how many main event wins have you got so far in your Royal Purple Modified career?
Well, we got one
4?
this year. I know that.
3 or 4?
I got a handful.
You gotta,
So
Yeah, we took one away from them last year.
Right,
On a,
yeah,
on a
like
technical deal, it was really kind of more my fault than theirs. But great team down there. Every time that you go into the pits over at the Redbone Group, that's always positive. We don't have any arguments. We don't have anything. The guys are really a promoter's dream. I wish I had, 40. Just like I have quite a few that are great, of course, but kind of more my fault than theirs. But great team down there. Every time.
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
Oh, sorry, Donovan was messing with us there. Yeah, but fantastic group down there. You're looking forward, of course, to coming up to Meridian for the 2-day show. I try to tell people that have never been up to Meridian for the 2-day shows, either the Independence Day Cup, which we run, or the Diamond Cup, and they say, oh, yeah, I'm sure it's great. But until you've been up on one of our 2-day shows at Meridian Speedway with all the fans and everybody coming down after the races, it's kind of hard to explain. What do you think about that?
Man, it is crazy. Meridian is the best track to run at that I've ran at as far as the way it's ran. I made it down to Salt Lake last night to watch the racing, and it doesn't even compare to what happens in Meridian. The fans in Meridian love it. That place is always packed. They're very passionate about it. It's just a great atmosphere.